Welcome back. You're watching Guyana Today, and we're going to have a conversation now about environmental responsibility. I've got a representative from the Environmental Protection Agency. He is Mr. Surijpaul Singh, and he's the head of investigations and enforcement department. Very good morning to you. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about your Duty of Care campaign. Please do tell us what that is.
All right, so definitely. So the Environmental Protection Agency, as you know, is there to serve the people, and we are there to actually protect the environment. However, there are many impacts that surround the environment. So our Duty of Care campaign is basically there to let people know of their responsibility, let them know what they are responsible for, what actions they can take to actually mitigate impacts from their activities. So that campaign is running throughout. We are very active on social media. We are very active in the communities, and in the years to come, you will see more of that Duty of Care campaign as well.
I'd love to hear that, and of course, I'll ask you to reiterate how we can reach you on social media near the end.
Yes.
But we're talking about this campaign, and of course, I know we're also talking about noise nuisance. So break that down for our viewers, and let us know why this is important at this time.
Yeah, so definitely the Duty of Care campaign involves noise as well, because we have persons with facilities that generate noise. We also have domestic noise, which are your neighbors playing music, the supermarkets, and so on. So what the Environmental Protection Agency has been doing is that we are collaborating. So the Guyana Police Force also shares a mandate for noise nuisance. So we saw it best fit to have a joint intervention with them, or collaboration. So we have an existing memorandum of agreement with the Guyana Police Force where they assist us, we assist them. So it's a joint effort where we can investigate matters together, we can do interventions in communities, and we can also address noise nuisance collectively. So for that, I just want to let viewers know, or persons know, that there are cases when we receive complaints and persons may think that, oh, we're not acting on it immediately. So for noise nuisance cases, for example, the ones where your neighbors are playing music very late, and there's supermarkets and so on, we would advise persons to first reach out to the closest police station. Right, the proper channel is you call, you lodge a complaint, right, or you give a formal statement, and then the police act upon it. After that, if they need further intervention, that's where the EPA steps in. Right. However, when it comes to things like bars and nightclubs and so on, the EPA has a mandate over that. So we would encourage persons to have some proofing done, ensure that they adhere to the GNBS approved noise limits, and also the hours of operation.
So, well, talk to us about the hours of operation specifically, but how does the EPA define noise nuisance in accordance with Guyana's laws?
So definitely we have the noise management regulations under the EPA, and it basically defines noise as any unwanted sound, right, that is loud and continuous, right, and it also includes vibrations. So that is something also that is included in the definition of noise, right. Now, as it relates to the approved standards and the levels, we adopt the Guyana National Bureau of Standards, because they have levels set, noise levels rather, set for release into the environment. So we have residential areas, or different zones, and they have different categories. So for example, residential areas, it has a decibel level of 75 during the daytime, right, and 65 during the nighttime, right? Now, the decibel level there, we would have to measure that to actually quantify the level of sound coming out from any facility. Right? You asked earlier about the hours of operation. GNBS also referenced the hours of operation, or the hours that you're actually permitted to emit noise, is actually 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So during that time, you are allowed to emit noise at 75 decibels for residential areas. Commercial areas are different, they have different levels. 80, we have industrial lots as well, or industrial zones. They carry a decibel level of 100.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for that. How serious is noise pollution in Guyana right now?
So definitely it is something that is very serious because we have, I would say, a lot of sensitive receptors. And when I say sensitive receptors, these are persons who are affected by noise severely. And I can tell you exposure to noise, they have severe consequences. So whether it's elevated blood pressure, you can even get, mental disorders from continuous noise, right? So it is something that is serious presently in Guyana, and the EPA and Guyana Police Force, we are working together to reduce or to, basically mitigate noise in these communities.
Thank you so much for chatting with us. What one message would you want to leave with our viewers today as we wrap?
So I have just one message for viewers this morning, is that basically when you're engaged in activities that will generate noise, just be mindful of your neighbors or the environment in general. Just be considerate, play your music at a moderate level, and we all can coexist.
And how can we reach the EPA?
So you can definitely reach the EPA on our social media pages. We are very active on social media. We have been promoting our Duty of Care campaign, as I mentioned, on social media. So persons can go and check our Facebook page. We're also available on Instagram and YouTube. You can also reach out to us directly. Our numbers are 225-5471. And also we have our online platform where you can go and make a complaint on our new e-services platform.
Thank you so much for chatting with us.
You're welcome.
We've been talking with Mr. Surijpaul Singh, of course, the head of the Investigations and Enforcement Department at the EPA. You're watching Guyana Today. We've got more to come.